Imagine what life in the kitchen would be without cooking oil. Not impressive, right? Therefore, many people do many things just to have cooking oil as part of their food ingredients. Aside this, some food cannot get cooked without cooking oil. Cooking oil is a fat-derived substance from plants, animals, or synthetic sources. Generally, cooking oil is a liquid substance at room temperature. However, some oils are solid at room temperature, like coconut oil and palm oil. Cooking oil is used to impart flavor to the food or transfer heat from a pan to food. Cooking oil is widely used in residential area, and almost all cooking involves the use of cooking oil. The problem emerges with cooking oil is when the cooking oil is no longer can be used. Some people did not dispose the used cooking oil properly. The used cooking oil is often disposed improperly by some people by pouring it in the sink or toilet, dumping it in the drain, or emptying the used cooking oil on the grass outside of their house. This problem becoming a major problem when the amount of cooking oil waste increasingly dumped by people and causing harmful effect to the environment. When used cooking oil is disposed of improperly, it coats plants and animals and depletes their oxygen. When this happens, the plants and animals may suffocate and die. When this used oil ultimately ends up reaching the natural water reserves, it severely harms the aquatic and marine life. It has been found to kill the fish, birds, plants, and other aquatic life forms by coating them with oily layers, literally reducing their ability to breathe, thus choking them to death. It is also a major factor in polluting the water bodies due to its natural capability to raise the biochemical oxygen demand. They can also hamper the reproduction rate of plants and animals. This would undoubtedly affect the sustainability of these plants and animals. Before long, humans would start feeling this scarcity on the food supply chain. This does not sound good for anyone of us, right? Used cooking oil can be toxic materials for the environment. Aside from being toxic to plants and animals, they also can be harmful to the environment. For instance, when oil meets water, they tend to soil the water. And where we do not act fast, aquatic life may suffer and die from such. When used cooking oil is disposed of improperly, it poses a threat to the environment and has been linked to health issues caused by noxious fumes, contaminated soil, and contaminated water supplies. Cooking oil pollutes the environment with an offensive odor. In real time, cooking oil has a way of adding some unpleasant smell to the environment, and this could contribute to pollution and reduce the quality of the air we breathe in. Failing to follow best practices for the disposal of used cooking oil is also known to cause sewer blockage and other plumbing problems, as sewage systems are not designed to filter out fats, oils, and grease. Used cooking oil is not an utterly useless thing, and throwing it away without any consideration will be imprudent. It has a lot commercial value owing mainly to its ability to be recycled into useful commercial products. Besides its use in the production of soaps, it can be easily broken down into glycerin and biodiesel using a simple chemical process called transesterification. Cooking oils are essentially triglycerides or esters that react with an alcohol such as ethanol or methanol in the presence of a catalyst, acid or base, to produce biofuel and glycerol. Biodiesel from renewable resources is one of the most attractive alternative fuels currently being developed because of its low emissions and its desirable chemical characteristics such as being non-toxic, biodegradable, and carbon neutral. Additionally, biodiesel fuel can be used in any conventional diesel engine, unlike non-renewable fuel which is petroleum or diesel. Non-renewable fuel also lasts for a limited time and emits pollutants such as nitrogen, sulfur, carbon oxides, lead, hydrocarbons, and others. Biodiesel is superior to petroleum-based diesel because it is renewable, biodegradable, non-toxic, relatively environmentally friendly, has low emissions and sulfur content, high lubricity, aromatic content, and better flashpoint and ignition properties. It is currently attracting global attention as a blending component or direct replacement for diesel fuel in vehicle engines. Compared with petrodiesel, biodiesel faces few operating disadvantages such as cold start problem, poor low temperature flow properties, lower energy content, high copper strip corrosion, and fuel pumping difficulty from higher viscosity and measured in terms of cloud point, pour point, and cold filter plugging point. The low temperature properties are not applicable to aviation applications. Biodiesel is currently more expensive to produce than petrodiesel, which appears to be the primary factor preventing its more widespread use. Current worldwide production of vegetable oil and animal fat is not enough to replace liquid fossil fuel use. Biodiesel is a technologically feasible alternative to fossil diesel, but biodiesel costs 1.5 to 3 times more than fossil diesel. Regarding actual fuel costs, the current cost of biodiesel is comparable with that of gasoline. Problem with used cooking oil disposal can also be solved by educating the society about the harmful effect of the used cooking oil to the environment. This is very important to make sure everybody contribute their part to minimize this environmental issue. Government or NGO can launch a campaign to educate the society to manage this cooking oil waste properly. Some ways for the society to manage used cooking oil disposal is by storing properly in disposable container and then send it to the recycling centers, use a grease disposal system, or freeze it and then dispose it along with other household waste. Government and NGO also can encourage the society to reduce the use of cooking oil to minimize the cooking oil waste. Instead of frying, people can also reduce the cooking oil usage by using an air fryer, baking in oven, and steaming or pre-cook. There are several options for us to dispose used cooking oil, including recycle, reduce and reuse. It is very important for a proper management of used cooking oil waste. We, as the older generation, must take responsibility to preserve our environment for future generations to live in. The proper disposal of used cooking oil can avoid the pollution of air, water and soil, and can protect plants, animals, and most importantly, human health and environment. These efforts are also in compliance with one of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, which is goal number 12, to ensure sustainable consumption and production patterns. The specific target for this used cooking oil waste disposal issue under goal number 12, which is responsible consumption and production, is to achieve the environmentally sound management of chemicals and all waste throughout their life cycle in accordance with agreed international frameworks and significantly reduce their release to air, water and soil in order to minimize their adverse impacts on human health and the environment.